And this will be a great help for us in developing our emunah b'toch. I don't know if you're familiar in mathematics. There is a concept called pi. Pi doesn't mean cherry pie, apple pie. Pi is P-I. It is the formula that tells us how to figure out the circumference of a circle in relation to its diameter. Jetzt verstanden? We need divine inspiration. Sag Gemara. The Gemara in two places, Masechta Sukkah, Masechta Erev. And if you want to figure out the circumference of the circle, if you take a string and you want to measure how much a circle is around, you don't have to go around the whole circle. The Gemara says it's just 3 times its diameter. You measure from one end of the circle to the other, the straight line. Kol shebe kefay tefach, says the Gemara. Kol shebe rochbei tefach yesh be kefay shloisha tvach. So 3, says the Gemara, the circumference of a circle is 3 times its diameter. In mathematics, this is known as pi. And Tosfos says that this is not an exact number. When Chazal said 3, it's loydok, because it's really 3.1415. The number goes on forever, because 22/7, which is what pi is a number which never ends. So it says when Chazal said 3, it wasn't exact. Now when the Gemara says that a circle is 3 times its diameter, the Gemara brings a raya from a pasuk. It says that Shlomo HaMelech made a brecha, a pool, a yam shel Shlomo. It was 10 amos across. V'kav shloishim amo, a line of 30 amos went around. So we see if 30 amos was around and 10 amos is the diameter, so the pasuk is teaching us the circumference of a circle is 3 times its diameter. So the Vilna Gaon asked, what do we need a pasuk to teach us a mathematical truth? Just measure it, anybody can see, we need a pasuk. So he says, a davar nifle. Chazal said 3, and Tosfos says this is not the exact number. It's really a bit more, 3.1 siv. It's really kaveh, but it's read as kav. Chazal knew that pi is really 3.14. But they said, they called it 3. Where did they get it from? From the pasuk. Because the pasuk also said kaveh, the real value, the ksiv, but the kri was only said kav. So the Gemara wanted to bring a raya from the pasuk that Chazal, when they rounded it off, they were doing like a kri and a ksiv, like it says in the pasuk. Dvarim le'roim and Ephraim for the Vilna Gaon. Now, what is the idea of the relationship of a circle to its diameter? You know, there's a Yid in Monsey who years ago used to have a correspondence with Professor Einstein. Einstein was a professor in Princeton, and Einstein was an apikoros. For many years didn't believe in the Rabbi Einstein. When he discovered the theory of relativity and he began to contemplate the godless Habayr, he became a man in Gomer. He said he saw Sumar Menachem Rumi Bara Eila, was convinced he was a Rabbi Shalom, and he, the Monsey, used to have correspondence with him. And Einstein once wrote him that this number of pi, 3.14, is one of the most basic numbers in all of mathematics, in understanding the depth of the universe. And he believes, Heyois HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world. The Shem Havaya, Sal tell us, the Eibishter expanded the world. And then he saw the world couldn't have a kiyum, couldn't be so open, the Gilui, so there was a tzimtzum. He stopped, and he contained, he didn't reveal what there was, and that was the Shem Shin Daled Yud, which is Misha Omar Lo Eilomai Dai. He stopped the world from being too revealed. Yoim Alitzore Seinu Dai. So this number, he said, 314, which is pi, is also the Shem Shakai, 314. And he believed that this is so fundamental to Kriyas HaOlam, that's nirmaz in the Shem. Nu darf man nicht da reingehen in the Teure, die Gematrius, für den Abseine, für den Chachma Yuv, and Agama Yuvein. But let us be misboinen a little bit. In the Svarim HaKadoshim we're taught that there's something called Yoshar, there's Kav Yoshar, there's a straight line, and there's Igulim, there are circles. Yoshar represents the understandable world. A circle represents emunah, what we can't see but we have to believe. The pasuk says, "Ve'emunoscho svivoisecho." Emunah is represented by a circle. Yoshar means everything goes keshura. Achos and Kala get married, and less than a year later, they're making a bris and a pidyon aben. Yoshor, it's a kav, it's a straight line. But then there's emunah, there's igulim. You're going, and you're going, you're going, and you're going, and you're back where you started. And again, and again. Ve'emunoscha sviva yisecho. I have to have so much emunah in the Rebbeinu Shalom. The relationship between the Kav Yosho, which is obvious, and the circle which we can't even grasp, that is the side of Brias HaOlam. That is the side of Bitochen, of Emunah. To be able to know there's no difference between the straight line and the circle, even though the circle I can't even put a number on it. Because it's Emunah, it can never be defined clearly. Rashi says, Shakai is the Shem of Pirya Berivya. Shakai is Mi Shedai B'Choisov, and it's also Misha Amal Olamai Dai Yomel Tzoreseinu Dai. The same Shem that says Mi Shedai B'Choisov, one Vincent Shedu Akind, is the same Shem that's Yomel Tzoreseinu Dai, that is hidden. The Shefa can go in circles and circles. The same Kael Shakai. There's no difference. They're both the source of Pirya Berivya. The Mesilus Yesharim says, Kivui, hoping to the Rebbeinu Shalom, is the greatest source of bracha. So the person can be in Shoel Tachtis, he can be in Gehenna. If he's Mekava to the Rebbeinu Shalom, will take him out. Kaveh al Hashem, Chazak v'yametz libecho. The word kaveh is the hidden word under kav. Kav we understand. Kaveh is exceed, there's a number we don't understand. It represents the 314, the shakai that we can't even grasp, that goes on forever. There's a Shem Havaya, which is an open expansion of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's revelation. And then there's when it's contracted, it's tsar, we don't see. Kaveh! That's the word where HaKadosh Baruch Hu hid this secret. El Hashem, to recognize it's the same Rebbeinu Shalom. Chazak v'yametz libecho. The exact gematria 314. Chazak v'yametz libecho. What is at the depth of Shaka? What is at the depth of Kaveh? What is at the depth of this number that we're so desperately trying to make it, to coordinate it with the obvious and bring Emunah into our lives as a real existence? You know what the side is? Chazek v'yametz libecho. People ask, where do I get Emunah pshuta? You can't just say, I believe, and you're not sure, do I really believe? I thought I believed, don't I believe? He doesn't even know. There's one eitzah. There's one eitzah. The eitzah is again and again, Chazek v'yametz libecho. I am strong. I am besimcha. I am not afraid. I don't have to go into the amkus of do I believe or not yet. The chizuk, the being strong, the chitzayin is the being strong. The chitzayin is putting on a smile and laughing when I don't feel like. Singing and dancing to Hashem when I may not feel like it. That's strength. And Shishon writes, the chitzayinis is ma'ir the pnimius. You can't just work on amunah, but we can work on chizuk, we can work on imutz. We can be strong, and we can be determined. And even if we make a mistake and we fall sometimes, get up again. Chazek v'yametz libecho. And let us be mafkid our pekel by the Rebbeinu Shalom. Hashtech al Hashem Yehovcha. I saw a beautiful Moshel Sefer. It says, somebody's holding, he's got a bundle of diamonds. And he has to go somewhere, he needs somewhere to watch it. So he goes to somebody and says, a bundle of diamonds, it's very expensive. I need somebody I trust. Will you please watch it for me? The guy says, no, I can't. The kachrayas, I'm running, I'm going, I don't know. But if somebody goes over and says, here, hold this package, and he runs away, the guy can't throw it away. Go to the Rabbi Shalom, no cheshbainis, Rabbi Shalom. I'm not arguing. Do hast du mein Bekel. When a Yid goes to the Rabbi Shalom and asks for children, he's not, I need children, the Rabbi Shalom, could you please give it to me? He's asking, the Rabbi Shalom, you also want. What did you create us for? Rabbi Shalom, we, you and I want children. So dein Pekel, Hashlech al Hashem Yehovcha. Whatever Rabbi said, I'm going to ask you to help me a little bit, to niggin. I was asked that the grammar should be in English, but at least the chorus is in English. Very simple, the tune you all know, the tune of Kaveh al Hashem, Chazek v'yametz libecha. Here's the chorus. Oy hashleich al Hashem Yehovechu in Chazak v'yametz libecha. Oy ich will dich wasen betuchen fin asen. Oy v'kavai el Hashem. Oh, boy, hashleich al Hashem Yehovechu in Chazak v'yametz libecha. Oh, boy, ich will dich wasen betuchen fin asen v'kavei el Hashem. Simple translation, Hashtech al Hashem Yehovcha. Throw your package, your bundle on Hashem. Chazek v'yametz librecha, strengthen your heart. I will show you b'tochen of iron. V'kavei el Hashem. Once more, a little bit higher. Oy hashleich al Hashem Yehovecha in Chazak v'yametz libecha. Oy ich will dich wasen betuchen fin asen. Oy v'kavei el Hashem. A man stands by the side of a road. He's carrying a burden, such a heavy load. A wagon pulls over to the side. Mein teure Yid, could I offer you a ride? He sits down on the bench with a sigh, and he holds up his package oh so high. The driver in middle, he turns around. Why don't you put your burden down? He looks at him and he says, I want to make your burden less. You gave me a ride, that's so nice of you. How can I ask you to carry my pekel too? Rabbi, the journey is still such a long way. I'm carrying you and your package anyway. Please rest, put down your pekel too, 'cause I'm strong enough to carry both of you. Oy, Hashlech al Hashem Yehovechu in Chazak v'yametz libecha. Oy, ich will dich wasen betuchen fin asen v'kavei el Hashem. Oy, Hashlech al Hashem Yehovechu in Chazak v'yametz libecha. Every sigh, every worry, every groan. Man kind, you're never alone. Don't carry your pekel on your own. Just place it on my heavenly throne, because every single breath that you take and every single move that you make, when you're asleep or when you're awake, never ever do I forsake. Sometimes the burden weighs a lot, so bitchu b'Hashem adayah. Please rest, put down your peckle too, 'cause I'm strong enough to carry both of you. So whenever I'm worried or afraid, whenever I'm not thinking straight, when my peckle weighs heavily, I remember who's carrying me. That thought is what keeps me strong. Tata Zisa, you've carried us so long. Just to know that you are here with me. Lo yira roki ata himadi is betuchen auf in next and fanen in kave el Hashem. Please rest, put down your peckle too. I'm strong enough to carry both of you.